Hi, I'm Good Breather, and you're listening to a Rated R podcast.
And I'm back once again. This is Jolly Roger here, and I am joined by Bamm? Bamm? No, Bamm? Oh, okay. G, what's up? But no, G's not here either. Grit, what's going on, brah? Yeah, Grit's not here either. Draconis, what's up, bro? My PC brethren? Yeah, he's not here yet either. Okay, I guess he'll Draconis he'll be here in a month or two. I don't know the exact launch for PC of Destiny 2, but he'll be here when that happens. I'm not gonna wait around for him. So I figured I'd go ahead and get this out of the way because I actually have a PS4. I've actually got two PS4s. I got a PS4 Pro and a standard PS4, and I've got the PC. And I'm kind of thinking I may have should have bought. I might have been better off buying Destiny 2 on the PC, even though I would have been waiting a couple months since the initial launch. At least I wouldn't have capped FPS. Like, the frames are indeed capped on console all around. Capped at 30 frames, I want to say, which kind of sucks because, I mean, you buy a PlayStation Pro for another like $399, so you kind of expect you to have a better quality than the standard PS4, which isn't the case because it looks like the PS4 is holding back the Pro, which sucks. Even more annoying, get this, I can't actually play Destiny 2 on my PlayStation 4 Pro. I went through the ordeal of buying another year's PlayStation Plus, which is, I want to say, $59.99 for a year, which is better than buying it by the month or by the 3-month periods, like the bundle thing. So, yeah, $59.99 for the PlayStation Network 1 year. I've got the Pro, which was $399, I think, at the time, and I bought it day one. So add those two up. And then I got the digital deluxe edition. I don't know, it cost the most. Whichever one that was. It was like $99, so add that into the kitty and start the game up, start playing. I'm like, all right, this is gonna be cool. Bam, hit with a freeze. Blue screen, error code. Same error code every time it happens. So I've been very familiar with error code CE 3487880. I've gotten really familiar with this error code, which is like a connection error code apparently. And it's not an isolated incident. I'm not the only one who got it. A lot of people with the Pros. The Pros specifically, the higher cost console specifically, is the one that got this error code. Supposedly it has happened on numerous other games in the past. I want to say the Tomb Raider demo was known to have this issue for Pro individuals. But yeah, it won't actually let you finish the game. Like, you can't get past the first level. So yeah, talk customer service multiple times, 2 different individuals. I can't pronounce the names that they gave me. That's not being like typical American. That's just, I don't know what the crap their name was, and it's kind of hard to be like, hey, how do you say your name on text chat? Because that's all I got. I never actually called PlayStation because I kind of figured the same thing would be said there. Talked to him on Twitter. So I was like, oh man, I'm not going to be able to play this game because I'm just error coded every time. Then I have the right idea of just trying on my standard PlayStation. Maybe it works there. Download the demo, or not the demo, download the game on the standard PlayStation. Works perfectly fine. So yeah, $3.99, $59.99, and $99. And apparently, if you add all that up, it equals CE 3487880. So, I mean, that's not just standard American math. That's math all over the world because it's not a standard issue. Which I'm not the worst off in this ordeal. Like, there are Destiny 2 PlayStation 4 bundles, PlayStation 4 Pro bundles specifically, that are getting the same issue. So they bought a specific bundle. It may be painted. I don't know if the console's actually painted or not, but yeah, they buy a specific bundle. They can't play this specific game they got with the bundle on the system. So yeah, the more I thought about it, the more I was like, man, I probably should have bought this on PC. But I did try it on my PlayStation, my regular PlayStation, and it plays pretty well. I don't understand how a game who could sell so well could have that many error codes, though. Not the CE 348780 error. I mean, like the animal-specific error codes that Bungie decides to put into the game. I don't know how many times I've seen what was the name? Baboon? Like, why you gotta name it Baboon? Like, I like baboons. Like, monkeys are nice. Why you gotta name Erico Baboon? But yeah, I had that error code a good bit. I've been playing with numerous people, and a couple times, one of the individuals had a error code, had to relaunch the game, and then they couldn't get into the game. There's a queue. This is America, man. We don't do queues. How are you going to have a queue to get into a game? I say this because it isn't like they're really hurting for money. Like, this game has just announced, Bungie specifically just announced that Destiny 2 had 1.2 million concurrent players. So what they're saying is at least 1.2 million people worldwide purchased our game for at least $59.99. A lot of people were like me and probably bought the $99 package or I think it was a $79 or $89 package. Either way, they paid at least $59 for like an online game, but Bungie didn't actually purchase enough server space to host nearly all the people who purchased their game. At least 1.2 million got in, but I'm pretty sure they sold a lot more than 1.2 million copies of the game. So indeed, they should definitely up the server space that they have. It's kind of crappy that somebody can spend $60 on a game, attempt to play the game, and they're putting a line. I would imagine $100 into a game would put you in the front of that line, if anything else. Give me a hot pass, man. I don't know if anybody actually has went to Six Flags, because, hot passes, man. Put me on the front of the line. Like, I want to buy the front of the line. I don't want to be sitting in the queue. America. We don't do queues. We don't even do lines very well, much less a queue. But indeed, I have actually got to play the game a good bit on the standard PlayStation 4, because it doesn't work on the Pro, for whatever reason. Stupid error code, man. Stupid error code. Should have bought it on PC. I just didn't expect it would do that well on PC. I mean, it seems like a good bit of the games, like the AAA games over there, they multiplayer wise, they kind of die off. That's mostly because of the developers kind of give up on PC really quick. Like, COD is horrible for PC apparently. Like, it drops off insanely fast. Battlefield might actually have some people, but yeah, I kind of imagine Bungie wouldn't do PC that great, because just the other people in the past have not done it that great. I still want to play it on PC, man, because it's fun on console, but you are capped at 30 frames a second, and supposedly on PC it's uncapped, so oh man, how magical it would be playing Destiny 2 at like 140 FPS. And the graphics in the game look good on console, so it's going to look even better on PC. And the controls would be so nice on the keyboard and the mouse. Anyway, but I bought it on PS4. I've played it. I actually have beat the story. The story only took a couple days. I'm not going to say what happens in the story, but it was pretty quick. But the actual main story isn't all there is to Destiny. You've got patrols, and you can just wander around each one of the various planets, killing stuff if you wanted to. You got the raid, which hasn't actually launched. It doesn't launch till like 13th of September, I want to say. Which, I don't know if I'll actually be able to play it right then, because I do live in Georgia, and there's a hurricane on the way. So, I don't know how well that's going to work on an online game. Because, if you're not online, you're not playing the game. And I'm pretty sure some strong winds are going to come with a hurricane, and I'm pretty sure I'm probably going to lose the power, so I won't be playing any games. But say if I don't lose power, say I just lose the internet, I'm still not going to be playing Destiny. And we're going to touch back on this game when Draconis gets it, I do believe, which will be a couple more months. And I may, I don't want to say I'm going to buy it again, but I may end up having to buy it on PC. I just gotta see how the numbers turn out on there, and then who all I know on PC that has the game. But yeah, game's pretty fun. Been playing a little bit of the Crucible, been playing a little bit of the PvE, which the game does indeed have both, player versus player or player versus environment. Raid will come in a couple days. There's already strikes we can try out, which have sounded pretty fun. I am not high enough level myself to actually participate in the strikes, which kind of sucks, because it's like, I'm old enough to play, man. Just let me play. But yeah, my light level isn't high enough, supposedly, so I died really quick. And I don't really know how to end this, so I'm just gonna say...
You're listening to a Bamsters podcast. Go listen to something else.
Defeat your enemy, claim
And now that I'm done complaining about Destiny and talking about all the good times I've had so far, I'm finally joined by Bamm and G. What's going on, you two?
Hey, Jolly, how did it go with the Destiny thing?
And you don't want to discuss it again, Jolly? You seemed a bit pissed off the other day, mate.
Well, clearly you haven't listened to the B block yet, because I've already talked about it once.
Have you reset your router yet?
Error codes, man. Error codes. That's all I can say. Error codes. I know the error code by heart.
That is such a... Oh yes, that's definitely going to fix the game. Yes. Your internet's the problem, not the game.
Excuse me, sir. Have you unplugged and plugged it back in after 30 seconds?
Oh yes, that's definitely going to fix the game. Yes. Your internet's the problem, not the game.
It's not my internet. What are you talking about? It's the game. Or the system, specifically. Anyway, what topics are we going over right now? Like, I'm getting a little heated here. We're going to have like a little hurricane discussion going on.
Well, basically, my discussion, my topic, since every man, woman, child, and pet, house, dog, whatever, is discussing it, I want to talk about the state of play in America land when it comes to natural disasters. That's the issue I want to discuss today, with you, Jolly, being one of the two local Yankee boys that we've got. I want to know what the living hell is going on in America, because there's earthquakes in Mexico, there's tsunami warnings in the Pacific, there's not one hurricane, there's 3 hurricanes, right? You've also got tornadoes and fucking forest fires that turn into fire-nados. What the living hell's going on in America, mate? It's like it's trying to implode on itself. Holy shit, dude.
Sam, don't forget there's a geomagnetic storm. There's some solar flares.
Oh yeah, the sun decided to have a burp and decided to melt part of the stratosphere as well. Yes, there we go as well. Fucking hell, Johnny. What the hell's going on in America, dude? Jesus.
Well, I want to say, like, Trump got elected, and I think a huge majority of the people who voted for him are very much on the Christian side, you know what I mean? And I'm not really fluent with the book that they like to read. I think there's a bunch of signs that happen in this book. Like, give me a sign if so-and-so is supposed to happen. And I think they're getting all the signs. I think he's just, somebody up there is just like checking them off one by one. Oh, you want fires? Gotcha. Oh, you want some floods? Gotcha.
You see, I was thinking it was more...
Oh, you don't want to see the sun? Gotcha.
I mean, holy shit, Joey. What the living hell? Seriously, man. Fucking what? It's honestly, it's like America's trying to kill itself using the weather. Holy shit, man. Are you okay though? You're not gonna get blown over by Irma, Alvarez, and Cthulhu, whatever the other two are called. God.
I don't even know what the other two are called yet, honestly. Like, the only one I know about right now, name-wise, is Irma. And yeah, I mean, we'll get some rain. Yeah, we'll get some wind. But we'll be all good.
I actually feel bad for you. I really do. You're in Georgia at the minute, quite close to Atlanta, you know, where the zombies live, and it's not looking pretty for you, mate. It really isn't. You've got zombies, you've got hurricanes. It's just bad news, Jolly. It's just bad news everywhere. Come to the UK, mate. I'm pretty sure it'll be better for you here after Brexit, which is just as big of a fuck up as. Yeah, never mind.
No, I think I'm good. I'm good here. I believe I am good here. Like, one thing that kind of made me a little worried somewhat was, like, people say climate change affects the weather cycles and makes stuff worse. More storms, worse fires, more flooding and all that stuff. And like a major contributor to the global warming would be fossil fuels. And so after our lovely orange president left the natural disaster areas, like in Texas from Harvey, he may have went to an oil field and gave a speech. Yeah.
Of course, yes. He's orange, isn't he? You must stop eating the carrots, mate. Jesus. Wow.
Why would a president go to an oil field to give a speech?
That's his people. Those are the ones that he, counts on and thinks are good people because they are working with things that he understands. So yeah, I swear to you that man does not understand what he's doing. He does not understand the connection. Partly evidenced by the whole you guys getting out of the Paris Accords. No. Climate change doesn't exist. We don't need to worry about it. We don't need to clean up. Oh look, hurricane after hurricane after hurricane.
Hang on. That's weather, right? Yeah? Not climate. Climate is global. Weather is specific. Right? No. They are connected in some places. You can't blame the hurricanes on Donald Trump's big fat mouth. There's a solution to global warming.
Do I need to explain to you how the two are connected?
Well, we can't really... You can't blame the hurricanes on just... I mean, we kind of do have a cycle. Like, 7 years ago, we had 3 hurricanes. 1992, we had 3 hurricanes and a tropical storm. There is a cycle. Like, the El Nino cycle or whatever the hell that is. But yeah, it's every about 7 years. There's a good bit of hurricanes that come around.
Well, El Nino is not perfectly cyclical, and here's a fun fact. When you have El Ninos and they're in specific locations, they actually mess up the upper airways, the upper air paths, how the wind is blowing because of heat rises, yada yada yada. And they will actually prevent hurricanes from forming. So that can mess with how hurricanes form and how many forms. But the heating of the ocean will mean that when they form, they get more powerful.
Please note the stunned silence. Just the stunned silence across the earth.
Well, fair enough. I'm just thinking, like, how many 7-year cycles am I going to have to go through? I'm not the oldest person. I'm not the youngest person. How many more of these could I do?
At least 2 more, Jolly, because the average lifespan in America for Georgians, I believe, is what, 40 odd? And you've got like 2 more cycles at least, I think, maybe? Heartburn, heart disease, fatness, and all that. Don't worry. UK is a close third. Don't worry.
No worries here, man. No worries here. At least I'm not in England.
No, I don't blame you, mate. I really don't blame you. Right now, overcast, horrible weather. But. I've got a cure for global warming. Just get Donald Trump to shut his mouth, and there's all the hot air gone. You see what I mean? You getting down? You getting it? You getting it?
I get what you're saying, but you know what happens when there's a lot of pressure on something? Eventually it's going to blow. Like, we do have volcanoes here, too. That one of those aren't in the news yet, but we do have volcanoes.
Oh, I forgot about the super volcano. I forgot about fucking Yellowstone, which is due to explode in the next 20 years. That's like a super volcano that will kill the planet. I forgot about that. Jesus. Tornadoes, earthquakes, hurricanes, fire, forest fires turn into fire-nados. Volcanoes. What don't you guys have in the States that's going to kill you all? Holy crap. Of course. Volcanoes. Of course. Of course there's going to be a volcano. I mean, of course.
I was going to say, there's a lot of stuff we don't have, like proper healthcare would be one of them.
Oh, that's a good point. That's a good point. You don't have proper healthcare, but believe it or not, Obamacare works in the UK, mate, because I might have had an accident with a metal rod and lost a tooth or 2, and for the exact amount of 0 of my pounds, I got a brand new shiny tooth. And let me tell you, it's a damn good tooth as well.
0 of your pounds. That's not optimal. You could stand to lose like 10 or 20 of them.
Yeah, I could.
See what you did there. See what you did there.
Yeah.
That would actually help with the health issues.
It would, yeah.
But Bam, you're onto something. Let's cool the place down, because this was one of the things I noted. Somebody, and yeah, some opportunistic scientists go, oh, we have a solution. They came out and said, oh, we just need to fill particles into the atmosphere that will block out the sun. Like, what are we talking about? 5 billion tons of sulfates every year. They dump that into the atmosphere 20 kilometers up, then they can perhaps reduce the amount of hurricanes by 50%.
I don't like this idea. Like, can we pick what area we block out? Can we block out over in the east and leave like the west?
Yeah, just block out California and Arizona and Nevada. You just block those states out. Let Georgia be hot and sunny all the time.
Well, I mean, I did say east. I'm in the east. California would be in the west.
No, you missed what I'm getting at. All the hippies are in there, Jolly. That's what I'm getting at. Let the hippies do the hippie thing. That's what I'm getting at.
Fair enough, but I was specifically talking about, like, country-wise. Let's just block out, I don't know, China, North Korea, maybe that area over there.
Oh, God. You guys talk about, Korea as well. Holy shit.
Oh, yeah, going after the big ones. The big ones.
Oh, the big ones, Jolly. Jesus Christ. You know they're playing games. You know that they're not really going to do the stupid things they say they're going to do. Because they know for a fact that they'll just melt under the weight of everyone. America will walk in there and No, hang on. America will walk in there, get their asses handed to them. Then Britain's got to come along and we'll sort them out,
What are you talking about? How the hell did we get our asses handed to us? We don't have to put our feet on the ground anymore. Just fly some drones.
My point exactly. You don't even have to put your feet in the ground. Fucking couch potatoes. Video game jockeys. That's all you guys will be doing, sitting on a chair with a video game joystick, maybe an Xbox 360 one, and droning these people to
See, that's all you have to do. Like, even if, like, in the other countries we've done this, like, it's usually people run away from the drones. See, all you have to do in North Korea would be, like, the first couple drones you send, it drops food.
Wasn't that how you guys did it in Iraq or Iran or something? Where you were dumping both cluster bomb thingies that were purple and food packages that were purple. So the locals had no idea whether they were getting food or a bomb.
Surprise! It's like a game.
Oh my god! Fuck, I really hope no one important listens to this podcast. Holy shit. It's a surprise! Bang! Fuck, Jolly, Jesus Christ.
You don't like game shows?
No, but you're right. The whole North Korea thing is just, it's blah blah for the sake of blah blah. There is no military solution that would end even remotely acceptably. Even despite, what is it, your Trumpster fire of a president who keeps saying there's no diplomatic solutions, only military ones. So, yeah, right. See how well that'll go.
The only reason why North Korea is where they are now is because of China. And the only reason why America lost Vietnam is because of China. So...
Just checking, Bam. Can somebody move North Korea?
No. But they did have like a 37th parallel thingy that they drew a line on. And the only reason why North Korea is where they are, as in North Korea hasn't been totally, I want to say freed, and hasn't been totally totally conquered, was because of the Chinese. So China, now I'm pretty sure, knows America won't invade China, if you know what I mean. So I'm pretty sure. So North Korea is on its own.
Well, there's China has come out and said specifically, if anybody invades or attacks North Korea, China will back them up. That's stated. And they reiterated that recently, so...
What, stated? Where how didn't he hear this news?
No, it's every so often they'll go out and say, we still stand by North Korea, and recently-ish, they came out and said, if somebody attacks North Korea, China has their back. Not in those words, more or less that thing. I was thinking that 47th parallel is... I saw some British documentary about that some years ago, a couple of decades ago, actually, where somebody had built, like, a satellite that just lasered away all the mines, so it's completely safe.
Was it a documentary?
Yeah, some guy called Bond fixed it all, but
Oh, right. I'm with you. Right. That's a documentary, is it? Okay.
Do you guys make action movies?
Okay. I thought America made action movies.
We are pretty good at that, but you guys do have one. It's all good. It's all good. It happens. You're still sleepy, man.
Right.
You're still sleepy. It's like 8 o'clock at night there, and you're still sleepy. It's all good.
Yeah, mate. I'm telling you what, mate. I'm still half dead here, mate. You're right.
But yeah, China just doesn't want a bunch of North Koreans flooding their borders. I mean, it doesn't like China doesn't have billions of people as it is.
I like the idea of dropping food packets. They'll be too busy eating when the Americans walk past them.
Yeah, we could put some kind of, since you guys don't want us dropping bombs with the food, like we could just put something to make them go to sleep in the food. Not forever, just a nap, just a little nap till we take over.
Yeah, didn't they wake up all nice and refreshed and...
There'll be KFCs and Coca-Cola signs everywhere.
Fucking KFC, man. Oh, I could do with the KFC right now. Oh, yes.
Chicken pot pie? We could conquer North Korea with chicken pot pies.
Mate, you could conquer North Korea with just the chicken wing, mate. Holy shit. Love them spicy single wings, man.
So we're reserving the chicken pot pie for like the higher ups. Do they have higher ups still, or does he sent them all off to the concentration camps?
I think he made them get eaten by dogs.
We talking like Game of Thrones here? What are we talking about?
Oh no. Kim Jong-il, won't we, whatever have you, put his uncle in a cage with dogs, and the dogs ate him.
Clearly, he was testing the uncle. He wanted the uncle to eat the dogs.
What, the Chinese eat dogs, mate? Yeah.
Wait, they don't do that kind of thing. They don't eat dog.
North Korea, I'm sure, might try and dabble a bit. I'm not sure. But don't worry. The Chinese can take the North Koreans' organs and sell them on the black market, like they're doing to those, those other people. G knows a bit more about it.
Well, I just want to jump in and correct you on one little item. It seems to be what I'm doing. When you say the Chinese eats dogs, it's actually legal in most of China now. They crack down on it. It's on city levels, not the state level, but it's frowned upon to eat dog.
Frowned upon. Isn't China kind of known for like the gray markets they have?
Yeah, but try and open a dog restaurant, serving dogs in Beijing. It won't go well.
So my franchise of Oodles of Poodles is a no-go for China then.
As long as it's petting poodles.
Holy shit. How do we get from America imploding to China eating dogs?
I don't know. What's the matter how we got here? It's the journey, not the destination.
And we can take our little, political podcast here back to the Orange Commander-in-Chief over there if you want.
Yeah, I like the Orange Commando better. It sounds more dangerous.
President Orange as opposed to Agent Orange.
There's President Orange. There we go. President Orange. Like the annoying orange, only real.
I don't know, Bamm wants to get back on track with the all the shit that's going on in the US, I guess.
I think you pretty much covered it. We have some natural disasters, and yeah, people disasters and natural disasters.
Right, well, it seems that all natural disasters, humankind, man-made or otherwise, has been discussed, as well as the China thing and the North Korea thing. Right, anyway, Joey, what was your topic for the segment of the podcast?
See, I wasn't really prepared with a topic, because I thought we were just going to come in and talk, and then talk, and then talk some more. But I did see the thing about Elon Musk finally showed off the new spacesuit. Did you guys see the picture?
No, I did not.
That one's ugly.
What are you talking about ugly? It looked cool compared to what we use now. Or I would say we, but I should say us Americans use now for astronauts.
Have you seen the new blue ones that NASA's made?
No. I kind of figured they were holding off on making new stuff. Like, just let Elon do this stuff.
No, they made some new lightweight ones, and basically you look like some kind of inflated blue Michelin man in them. They look really bad. But Elon Musk's new stuff, it's just... I like the combination of white and black, but I don't know what they made wrong. It just doesn't look good.
Forgive me for saying this right, but Elon Musk's spacesuit type effort doesn't look safe. The reason why the astronaut suits and cosmonaut suits and taikonaut suits are the way they are is because they've got to have, like... Jesus Christ, you basically got to take your own atmosphere with you. You've got to contain that atmosphere, regulate your body temperature within that. Also, mind you, you've got to defend yourself against oh, I don't know, micrometeorites and all sorts of crap that's been thrown at you by the sun, will these mini-me slinky spacesuits do all that? Will it be essentially bulletproof, bomb-proof? Will it be able to house your own atmosphere? Will it be able to help you stay alive in the vacuum of space? Because let's face it, space is not a very nice place. And will it be able to, oh, I don't know, not get set on fire by, I don't know, the sun's radiation? Because, the sun's intent on destroying us.
I mean, supposedly they're already tested. I don't know what all tests they do with the spacesuits that you can actually do on Earth. I really don't think any suit's bulletproof. Or if, like, a micrometeorite is going to come and hit you, I don't think any kind of suit's going to really save you from that. Like, it's going to hit you, and it's going to go through you.
Jolly, you can do, like, I just bought some inner tubes, where if there's a puncture, it'll seal itself. You could do that. It might work.
Do you, like, stuff that in your arm, I guess? If you have an arm,
you just need a lot of rubber tires. It's got this green slimy thing inside of it that fills into the hole and tries to seal it. I know they've actually done similar tests on space. I don't know if they actually got anywhere with it. But you're right, a micrometeorite hitting you, it'll go right through the suit of the person.
Yeah, so I'm not like, I'm not ever going up there, so I'm honestly not worried. But like, there's not much you can do if meteorite hits you. It's gonna destroy you.
For Bam's sake, these things are moving at 22 kilometers a second. Up to 22 kilometers a second. They'll go through anything.
Incorrect. There happens to be a shiny, spacey, flyy thing a few hundred miles up, right? And it's been hit by a couple of those micrometeorites and has survived.
Oh yeah, they can survive. Things can hit, like they can hit the International Space Station, and there's enough of waffle shielding on the thing that it can absorb a lot of it, and it will destroy the micrometeorite on its way into the thing. But the moment you're anything less than a space station, anything less than a habitat, anything less than something probably big, it will go through it. And the suits we have now, the NASA suits, the old NASA suits, will go right through you.
I thought those things were made of Kevlar and shit, and Kevlar's like bulletproof, mate. That's what I was thinking. So it's got some sort of protection against impact. At least some sort of protection.
You've been watching Tango Cash Marlboro Man. Sorry, you've been watching Marlboro Man again.
No, I wasn't. No.
Were you watching like Armageddon? Maybe? Is that where you're getting all the info from?
No.
Nah, Bam. Also with the solar radiation. The solar radiation is actually not the worst. It's the high energy gamma radiation. That thing will power through you unless you have like a few centimeters of lead and a few centimeters of several other materials behind that. If these suits won't protect. They are not for interplanetary travel, at least not outside of the spaceship. I would not recommend crawling outside of the Dragon capsule or whatever he's using in between Earth and Mars.
I think they should just use robots. Just use robots to fix everything on the outside of the ship. You stay inside where it's nice and safe.
Isn't there a competition held by NASA for this very thing? Where robots have to like climb over stairs, open a valve, close a door, go through a hole.
Very possible. I mean, there's a lot of competitions dealing with robots. I think Alphabet beats everybody.
Didn't they sell off that robotics division? Alphabet is Google's holding company for all of Google's different companies, except they now made a new one called 27, which owns all the other Google companies, including Google and Alphabet.
Why did they call it 27? Why not 47?
It's called 27 in reference to the number of letters in the alphabet, and they wrote it in Roman numerals, 27, in reference to the fact that there's 23 letters in the Roman. They're weird like that. They thought they were clever and then messed up, in my opinion.
Yeah, they thought they were being clever, right? But aren't they massive geeks? Well, my point exactly. So surely they know about Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. If I ever create a company, I'm going to call it 47. Done.
I know what 42 is, but what's 47?
Better than 42. It's 47.
You messed the joke up there. Like, I think you're flailing. The joke failed, and you tried to get back up, and you just failed again.
Ah! No, seriously.
You tried, though. You tried.
I tried.
I do agree. 47 is greater than 42.
See what I mean? Jolly agrees. 47 is greater than 42.
I would just name a company Pi, I do believe.
Why Peach? Why Pi, Jolly? Is it because Pi is the greatest thing since ever?
I would just name a company Pi. I wouldn't go with 47 or 27 or 22 or 3, whatever, just Pi. Anyway, what were you saying, G?
No, I was just wanting to comment on the whole spaceship not being pretty again, but now you made me think you should call the company Tau.
Tau?
Yeah, like in mathematics. I can't speak at the moment. Like in mathematics, Tau is 2 pi.
But yes, like you mentioned before the whole Tau thing, the spacesuits, they look nice. And it's the first time you actually see the full actual new spacesuit. I think earlier they only showed like the face of it and shoulders, I guess.
I just want to know where Elon Musk's secret evil lair is, because if I didn't know any better, I'd say he's one of them evil masterminds. So James Bond's gonna come swinging through the windows soon, you know? Because, holy shit, he's got so many good things going for him. There's got to be like a closet with skeletons in somewhere. You know what I mean?
thought all South Africans had closets with skeletons in them.
This is true. This is true.
Now I'm looking at the picture again. Do you know what? The Crew Dragon, that looks kind of nice, and I like some of the design things they're doing with it. It might be because the suit is just placed next to that. It looks bleh. Well, design-wise, the capsule looks okay, and there's a lot of little technical details in it. That's awesome. And the suit isn't pressurized, like it's one atmosphere inside and out. I'd love to see how that looks with one atmosphere inside and 0 outside. If the dude's gonna blow it up.
So you're comparing a suit to a ship or a capsule.
Yeah, just, coming back to it, it's a good point.
Okay, we've talked this one to death. G, what is your topic? I know we briefly touched on it. What is your topic, sir?
Well, I did have the whole let's cool down the planet stuff, but you ran away fast.
Do you blame me though, G? Jesus Christ.
Since when does Bamm run anywhere fast, especially?
Yeah, I'm thinking put him on the top of a hill and he'll go down real fast.
This is true. I don't run anywhere. The last time I ran, I fell over and then he broke my gun, so yeah.
A rolling ball, rolling Bamm, gathers a lot of pizza. No, do you know what? Let's go in another direction, because we talked a bit of nerdiness, we talked some politics, and some trumpetivity, and some hurricanes. Let's go back to some video gaming. How about that?
Yeah, since we are a video game podcast, that'll be great.
I think last time I was on, more or less, would have been a month ago, I mentioned a few Kickstarters. Let's do some of that again. One that I mentioned back then was the Iron Oath. And we were kind of saying we might not need to help them, not that mentioning them here helps them. They are finally funded, like yesterday as of recording. 210%.
Oh, bloody well done. Bloody well done, boys and girls. Well done, well done, well done.
But another one, it was mostly because it's not getting any traction, not getting any attention. It looks cute and interesting and fun and all that. Catch the Thief If You Can, it's called. It's on Kickstarter right now. It's got about 20 odd days left. They're just looking for £35,000. One guy is trying to make it, so he's looking for £35,000. And it's like a 3D Unreal Engine based version of Keystone Capers, where you play a policeman that has to run behind a thief, stop the thief. Like you pick up stuff and throw it at the thief to try and make him trip, slow him down, and you have to catch him physically, get up to him. So it's 3D chasing game.
That sounds like it could be a VR game quite easily.
Yeah, I think the locomotion might mess that up, but it's just this whole idea that you have to chase this thief, and it's in different settings. So at one point you're chasing him through the cowboy settings, Western America, long time ago. Others it's in the future. One you're a Bobby with a helmet and everything. They made it fun, and here's the kicker: there'll be multiplayer, 4-player split screen. So you can, have one guy be the thief and 3 cops and run around chasing it. It looks like it's...
Sorry, you're not going to catch me, motherfuckers.
Again, I'll put out KFC. How hard can it be?
Okay, maybe.
It's not a big game, it's not a fancy game, but it looks like it could be really good fun. I just want people to go out and at least look at it. As I said, it's not a lot of money they're asking for, and We need more split-screen games.
Split screen games. The last split screen game I played was a COD game, and it was Modern Warfare 2. That was the last split screen game I played with my friends. And I tell you what, screen sniping someone with a hand grenade across the airport, funny as hell. Funny as hell.
You cheater. You cheater.
But didn't you get the Adios Amigos?
No, I am going to speak to the devs, and I am going to ask them very nicely if I could get a copy of this.
I was gonna say, last split screen game I've played, it was online though, but I mean, the screen it's very good split screen game, especially since it's on console now. Duck Game came out on PS4 not long ago, and that's amazing for that kind of thing.
Yeah, but it's not split screen, Joe. You can't snipe your buddies across maps.
We're still couch co-op, that matters. Was it co-duck? Whatever. But yeah, a couple other things, just since I didn't get to be in the upcoming games things, this is the two that have my interest. Figment's coming out September 22nd on Steam and Good Old Games. It's kind of this, it's a musical game set in a person's mind, where you have to combat urges and you have to deal with memories and voices in our heads. It's a cute little thing. It looks interesting, but the theme, I think, is ever so relevant these days.
You might need to elaborate on that a little bit, G. You've lost me here, dude.
Well, just, when you're fighting things in the recesses of the human mind, with all the headaches we also have, not just natural disasters that we talked about, but also just people being not particularly intelligent these days. Having games set in the mind of humans and, trying to shine a bit of light on puzzles based on nightmares and stuff, I think that, if nothing else, it's entertaining, but hopefully it might get somebody thinking while playing the game.
Okay. Right. Well, now I know G's lost his mind.
No, it's just, all I can say is Figment. Go look it up. September 22nd. And another one, Fool. This is a Norwegian dude making a game where you're nothing but a bird flying through the scenery.
Well, what type of scenery? What do you do with the bird? Just flap his wings and he flies through a couple of trees? What do you do with the bird?
You fly. As far as I can tell, that's it. It's just a bird flying simulator. It's voxel based, it's really colorful. So it isn't hyper-realism or anything. It's, voxels. Cubic. But it looks nice-ish. It's not the most awesome graphics. And I can't figure out if there's any actual action or puzzles or anything. It seems to be just flying. There'll be a VR version so you can fly with the headset on, but it's one of those just small, curious little game that's coming out here on the 14th.
Yeah, that does sound like people refer to them more as like experience more so than just actual games nowadays. Like there's an experience you can do, because I think there is a bird game on Vive that you can download now, where you're just flying around as a bird.
Hang on. Isn't this what Total Recall did? They offer you an experience away, sort of thing. So this dude in Scandinavia land, Norway, whatever have you, is offering you a Total Recall experience where you get to experience being a bird flying through a couple of trees and melee yourself out, and then all of a sudden you wake up and you're into massive spy games with guns and rockets and flying cars into ditches and stuff.
I'm sitting here trying to think of the phrase he got stuck saying at the little scanners. I can't think of what he got stuck on.
Oh, fuck.
In Total Recall, you remember? Like, whenever the mask started malfunctioning and stuff, I was trying desperately to remember.
For 3 days or something. Something reference to how long he's staying. He takes the face off. Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
But that's in the not quite Total Recall version of Total Recall.
I thought it had something to do with some kind of fruit or something he had.
Google it.
I can't. I have my mouse and my keyboard hooked up to my PS4 right now.
Oh, Google it on your mouse and keyboard on your PS4, man.
It doesn't work that way. Like, you can't actually type on the keyboard to Google once it's on the PS4, because only certain keys actually work.
Okay, well then let's get back to it then. So this dude's offering a Total Recall experience, G.
Sure, let's say that. It's a total bird simulation experience.
Right, boys, guys, ladies and gentlemen, that is it. Guys, thank you very much for joining G, Jolly, and myself for this random discussion where we just basically nitpick on topics far, wide, and very close to all our hearts. Jolly, I really, 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 really hope you survive the weekend, mate, because it's getting a bit wet by you from what I hear.
I'll be good over the weekend. This is Jolly Roger. I will catch you guys another time.
Yeah, and from me, G, people have fun and Jolly, stay dry. I think it's Tuesday it's supposed to hit you, so...
Yeah, the weekend I'll be good. I don't know about Tuesday and Wednesday, though, you know what I'm saying?